I guess.
Well, from your reaction then, go on, give us your thoughts on that one.
Wow, just I think start with the game to start with. I thought we were great today in lots of areas, and we weren't too far away. Just after half time, I thought really hurt us. We got winded there. We were down to 12 men, which is an issue. Obviously, we don't want players to be talking to referees. I don't quite know what Jake said, but we don't want that.
What was your view of the incident? Do you think?
Well, he's offside, isn't he? I mean, he's offside. He's clearly offside. But that was the sort of that's the way the whole night went. To be honest, right from the first minute, as the referee losing his cool completely, and that's unacceptable. We had issues. He got dropped after he refereed us in Catalans, and if I drop a player as many times as referees get dropped, I'd probably getting rid of him at the end of the year. There's some unacceptable stuff there, and really disappointing. And I'll get fined for this, and that's great. But I just think this is a really disappointing. And you speak to players. Players need respect in the way that you speak to them. And I don't think there was a lot shown tonight. And it goes both ways, respect. I was disappointing on every level tonight, I thought.
Do you blame your players for reacting, or?
Well, I do, Jake. Yeah, I don't think you can't be having a pop at referees. It was clearly a decision that went against us and was a poor call. But that happens. You understand that things go against you here and there. So yeah, that was poor of Jake. We can't be doing that. So that was disappointing. And I thought that hurt us just after half time, and that was probably a defining period really in terms of the energy battle. I thought obviously Wigan came after us pretty heavy up the middle, and they played well in the middle of the field. They probably kicked a little bit better than us in the first half, and but then there's nothing in the game at the end, to be honest. And there was nothing in the game at half time. It was a good game, I thought, just spoiled by, I thought it was really disappointing in the middle tonight.
Are they just very good at what they do, Wigan, in slowing the player the ball down?
Well, they're clearly a little bit better at it than us.
That's what I mean. They seem to get away with it. You don't get away with it. Is that just they're a bit smarter than you, or are you saying that's the referee?
Well, he's got decisions to make, hasn't he? And I thought he made a lot of poor decisions tonight. And there's just 50-50 decisions sort of seem to go against us tonight for whatever reason. The big thing for me is, you get things wrong here and there. You don't want your players to lose your cool. You don't want anybody to lose your cool. But as a man who's refereeing the game, you can't afford to lose your cool, and he clearly did. And the way he's talking to players is just unacceptable. I'm getting that message from pretty much all of our players. And some of them who have a decent relationship with Ben at times. It was different tonight for whatever reason. I don't know, but I thought whether Wigan just about deserved to edge it. I thought we carved them open when we had the ball. To be honest, it could have gone either way. I have no argument particularly with the result. I thought it was tight anyway. Would have been tight anyway. But there's some lessons need to be learned tonight. I'll probably cop a bit of a fine, but I don't really care, to be honest. I think that you need to be able to say what you think at times. You can't just be sat here with shackles on you when there's clearly things that need to be said.
Will you go through the video and pick out incidents and make a complaint? What happens now? Because like you said, you're clearly just not going to take this one on the chin.
Nothing will happen. That's the old problem. Nothing will happen, and so that's the problem that we've got as coaches, is nothing happens. Ben's been dropped a couple of times after our game against Catalan, when he's trying to convince the video referee that the try should be allowed, and there seems to be an issue there. I don't know what it is. I'd have to ask him, but I don't think anything will happen. I haven't spoke to to Steve Ganson. He rang me to talk to me about Ben earlier in the year, but I haven't spoke to him. I never complain about it. I haven't complained for over a year about a referee. So this is absolutely at the end of my tether, really. In terms of that, is clearly unacceptable.
Are you going to ask that he doesn't referee again, or?
I can't do that. No, I won't do that. But I'd ask that he referees a little bit better than that when he does. I ask my players to do things that in the right way, and players get dropped for poor performances, and that's just not good enough.
Do you think there's a danger that fans are going to be turned off by the amount of times we go to video refs and a game that finishes at nearly 10:10?
Yeah, I was going to bring my bed next time. Ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, I thought he should have. There's a video referee decision there at the end where he's seen that it's on the line. Just back yourself, because we get a quick tap there and we're into them, and that's yeah. I think there is a danger of that. But I don't understand the look down. When how did that get chalked off? He says it's a try on the field, and then there's no evidence. I couldn't see any evidence to say it was short. It was pretty close. But yeah, I don't quite understand quite a few of them. Well, I've no problem with the result. I've just got a real problem with the way players are spoke to in particular tonight, I thought.